Northeast of Hawaii, the ocean currents form a giant whirlpool carrying human debris from around the Pacific. Its scientific name is the North Pacific Gyre, but today it's better known as the Great Garbage Patch, an area the size of Queensland with 100 million tonnes of plastic spread out across the ocean. Drag a net anywhere in this part of the ocean and in a little while you'll collect a toxic soup of discarded plastic, big and small. Seattle-based photographer Chris Jordan recently journeyed to Midway Atoll in the middle of the Great Garbage Patch to document this man-made phenomenon. What he found is pretty mind-blowing.
I had been studying for quite a while the phenomenon of the Pacific Garbage Patch. I was looking for a way to visualize it. It was really surreal to land on Midway and to see my worst hopes about what I would find there were true. These are all albatross chicks hatched out of the egg, and the very first meal they ever got was deadly to them. What happens is, when the birds hatch, one of the parent goes out and flies looking for food, and they search over this vast area of the Pacific. And what they come back with is a belly full of plastic bottle caps and toothbrushes and cigarette lighters and combs and magic markers and syringes and all of our plastic junk. And they feed that to their babies. And then over a period of weeks and months, the baby's body cavity fills up with plastic to the point where it literally can't eat another thing. Even though their stomach is full, they're not receiving any nutrition, and so they die of starvation and dehydration and choking. I guess like any really extremely profound experience, you can learn about it and read about it in advance, and you think you're prepared, and then when you're actually in it, it's still shocking. To encourage recycling takes our eye off of what the real solution is to radically reduce our consumption. But it's funny when you start talking to people about that, especially people who work at big companies, they're just not interested. Simply allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you feel about this without jumping to the way to solve it, because I think we really need to feel these things. And if we can feel them deeply, even if the feelings aren't comfortable, then those are the feelings that will turn into the fuel that can drive passionate action.